For the Federal University of Technology, as we are having our seats. Our Vice Chancellor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you are all welcome to the press briefing heralding the 36th Convocation Ceremony of this great university. We have in our midst our Vice Chancellor, a role model, a woman of innovations, Professor Adenike Temidayo Oladiji, Fellow Academy of Science. You are welcome back. We also have the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic, Professor Timothy Taiwo Amos. Also in our midst is the Deputy Vice Chancellor Development, Professor Sunday Samuel Oluyamo. I would like to recognize and invite to join our Vice Chancellor on the top table, the University Registrar, Mr. Charles Olusegun Adeleye. We also have in our midst here the bursar of this great university, Mr. Olashupo Peter Oshadupa. You are welcome. Also, Dr. Robert Akeade Awoyemi, the University Librarian. And we also have the Acting Provost, College of Health Sciences, Professor Biodun Olaguchi. I would like to recognize and welcome to join our Vice Chancellor on the high table, the Chairman Ceremonials, Futa, Professor Yemisi Adeparusi. You are welcome to the high table. We have in our midst at various deans of our schools. We have the Chairman Committee of Deans, and a member of our Governing Council, the Dean School of Computing, Professor Boniface Kayode Alise. Professor Olabode Thomas Adebayo is the Dean School of Agriculture and Agricultural Technology. Professor Akim Olalekan Lawal, Dean School of Basic Medical Sciences. We have in our midst Professor Adekoke Oladipo Melody, School of Electrical Systems Engineering. Also in our midst is Professor Ayodeji Oluleye, Dean School of Health and Mineral Sciences. Professor Joseph Omoni Ibashamu is the Dean School of Environmental Technology. Professor Olayemi Olasayinde Simon Oke is the Dean School of Logistics and Innovation Technology. The Dean School of Life Sciences is Professor Muftau Kolawole Oladumoye. We also have in our midst the Dean School of Physical Sciences, Professor Femi Barnabas Adebola. Professor Oluwayo Bello Olusoji is the Dean School of Postgraduate Studies, while the Dean that controls the largest contingent on campus is Professor David Olariwaju Oke, Dean Student Affairs. Vice Chancellor Ma, permit me to quickly recognize and welcome the, as you used to say, the only president on campus. That's the President, Students Union, FUTA, that's Belemo Desmond Inioluwa. We also like to recognize and welcome the Vice President, FUTA Alumni Worldwide, Mrs. Bukola Olasalao. We welcome all our directors, all head of units. I also like to recognize and welcome the Director, Corporate Communications and Protocol, Mr. Adepenro Adeleke Adebanjo. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have in our midst today members of my own constituency, as members of the 4th Estate of the REM. They will introduce themselves one after the other.
Good morning. My name is Dr. Fayo. I report for Leadership Newspaper. Good morning. I'm John Ebiofni by name, representing Steve FM. For Nigeria. About Dr. Okrewo, New Telegraph Newspaper.
I am Madiba Jegede, NTA. Papa Olushola of the News Agency of Nigeria now.
My name is Joy Pius, OSRC.
I'm Lola Isaiah, representing Guardian Newspaper.
Sarah Ihori, representing Fresh FM.
I am Peter Ada from the Punch newspaper.
I'm Victoria Peter from the Ghana.
My name is Okoyemi Jorda from Adaba FM.
Abatunde Ayedoju from the Hope newspaper.
My name is Ngozi Aduleju. I run Top Shot News.
Prince Adewale Adeshida from Nigeria TV channel.
Thank you very much once again. You are welcome. At this point, I would like to invite Chairman Ceremonials Committee, Professor Yemisi Adeparusi, for our welcome remarks.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, everybody. You are all welcome to this program. On behalf of the Vice Chancellor, we want to appreciate you for coming and for being part of us. As usual, we celebrate the graduation ceremony of our students. This is the 36th Convocation Ceremony of this university, starting from today. We welcome our media personnel. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you. I'll give us a breakdown of the program for each day, running from today, 7th to 15th of November. Today, we are already on press briefing. Then in the afternoon, we will be at the Central Mosque, Kuta, for the Jumat service at 2:30 p.m. On Sunday night, there will be an interdenominational service at the St. Alba's Catholic Church at 8 a.m. That's Kuta. On Monday, we have the Excellence and Productivity Award at the Adebayo Multipurpose Hall at 3 p.m. Tuesday, there's going to be career tour and exhibition in the university. The career tour will hold in this venue, and it will start at 10 a.m. while exhibition will start at 10 a.m. or so at Adebayo Multipurpose Hall. Then on the evening that day, we are going to have a November march, and that's between the men and women of Kuta. So we encourage you to come so that you can laugh. We are sure it's the women that will win. Thank you for supporting us. So that will be at 2:30 p.m. at the University Sports Complex. On Wednesday, we have the convocation meeting through alumni dinner award. The convocation will hold at Obafemi Awolowo Auditorium. That will start at 9 a.m. while the alumni dinner through award will be at the Multipurpose Hall by 5 p.m. Then on the Thursday, there will be an alumni meeting through lecture at the Obafemi Awolowo Auditorium 10 a.m. while the student variety show will hold at 5 p.m. at this venue, T.I. Francis. On Friday, early in the morning is commissioning of project at project sites. starting 8 a.m., while the award of first degrees and the convocation lecture will hold at Obafemi Awolowo Auditorium at 10 a.m. The title of our convocation lecture for this year is Strategies and Tactics for Solving Skills Challenges in Nigeria. The role of government, institution, and our youth. Our guest lecturer is Prince Adetokunbo Kayode, Sir, CON, former Attorney General and Minister of Justice, as well as former Minister of Labour in Nigeria. On Saturday, the grand finale is the award of postgraduate diplomas, masters, and doctoral degrees, holding at Obafemi Awolowo Auditorium starting from 10 a.m. In the afternoon, there is room for relaxation at the Vice Chancellor's Lodge, where the convocation luncheon will be holding at 2 p.m. You are all cordially invited. Thank you for coming. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Chairman Ceremonials Committee. Let me invite our Vice Chancellor, Professor Adenike Temidayo Oladiji, FAS, for the briefing. Vice Chancellor, ma'am.
Members of the University Governing Council, the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic, Deputy Vice Chancellor Development, the Registrar, the Bursar, University Librarian, Provost of the College of Health Sciences, Deans, Directors, Heads of Departments and Units, staff and students of FUTA, gentlemen of the press, the owners of today, other invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with great delight that I welcome this distinguished gathering to yet another moment of reflection and progress as the university celebrates our 36th Convocation Ceremony. I have titled this presentation, as FUTA at the next level. The 36th Convocation Ceremony, apart from underscoring the fact that FUTA has remained true to its core duty of producing top-notch graduates and critical manpower for different sectors of the country who are also relevant on the global stage, also provides an opportunity to do some retrospection of our journey since the last convocation. I'll therefore spend some moment to delve into our collective efforts towards advancing the vision and mission of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, through purposeful initiatives, strategic partnerships, and policies that have further reinforced our core mandates of teaching, research, and community service, being shared with us, by sharing with us some key aspects and programs of the convocation. As we share our milestones and aspirations, we reaffirm our pledge to build on the legacies of the past while charting new frontiers of growth, relevance, and institutional distinction. FUTA, under our watch, is resolutely committed to excellence, innovation, and impactful leadership. When this administration assumed office, it articulated a bold vision to take the university to the next level in academics, research, global partnerships, and community impact. 3 years into this administration, that vision is no longer just a declaration. It has become a lived reality, visible in the milestones, achievements, and recognitions that continue to define this era. FUTA has always been celebrated as Nigeria's premier university of technology. But under this administration, the university is not only consolidating its reputation, it is stretching boundaries, expanding its reach, and positioning itself as a global player in science, technology, and innovation. Across lecture halls and laboratories, in the field of sports and entrepreneurship, and through groundbreaking collaborations with institutions across continents, FUTA is charting a course that reflects a renewed commitment to excellence and global relevance. One of the clearest indicators of our progress is in the area of academic growth and infrastructure development. Student enrollment has increased steadily across all faculties, while postgraduate programs continue to attract more candidates owing to strengthened curricular and international collaborations. A hallmark of this tenure has been the firming up of entrepreneurship and innovation in the academic experience. Every 300-level student undergoes entrepreneurship training designed to make them not only employable, but job creators. A deliberate step towards shaping graduates who are equipped to drive solutions in an increasingly competitive world. And some of the students get the opportunity of practicing what they have learned through direct jobs from the university and external linkages. For instance, at the first colloquium of tertiary institutions in Ondo State, initiated and hosted by our university, all the events decor and other related services were provided by our students, some of whom learned the art when they were in the entrepreneurship class. New academic programs have also been introduced in response to global trends, particularly in nursing, digital technologies and fintech, environmental sciences, and renewable energy, ensuring that FUTA students are prepared for the demands of the future. These gains have been reinforced by consistent quality assurance with relevant accreditation visits by National Universities Commission. The most recent accreditation visits yielded positive results and further cementing FUTA's reputation for academic integrity and commitment to global best practices. It is important to state that with the launch of the FUTA Teaching Hospital, graciously facilitated by the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, DCFR, the Ondo State Governor, His Excellency Dr. Lucky Ayedatiwa, and generously supported by the people of Akure Kingdom, led by our Royal Father, the Deji and Paramount Ruler of Akure Kingdom, His Imperial Majesty, Oba Alade Toyinbo Ogunlade Aladelusi CFR, Ododo II, and commissioned by the Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Patel, the training of medical doctors and allied manpower for the health and well-being of the people has been firmly established in FUTA. Significant investment has also been made in physical infrastructure, supporting the expansion of academic faculties, research laboratories, and student amenities. Key developmental projects funded through TED Fund, Capital Appropriation, and IGR, PTDF, and other sources demonstrate this administration's commitment to building FUTA's capacity for teaching, learning, and research. Completed projects. We have quite a number of completed projects, but I will only reiterate a few ones, those that will be commissioned during this convocation. We have a 2-in-1 lecture theatre that is shared by the School of Agric and Agri-Technology and the School of Engineering and Engineering Technology, Old School of Engineering. We also have the completed Forestry and Wood Technology Camp building. We also have the 2-in-1 lecture theatre for the School of Basic Medical Sciences. We have placed emphasis on the outlook of our buildings. We have therefore done quite a number of external works around our buildings, including the multipurpose hall, about 12 of them. We have about 24 ongoing projects. And these projects not only reflect this administration's commitment to modernizing academic facilities, but also support research, innovation, and community engagement, ensuring that FUTA students and staff operate in an environment conducive to excellence. To ensure that more students live on campus, we are partnering with the private sector to deliver private hostels, and the university is also building a hostel at our medical campus. FUTA is firming up its reputation as a leading research-intensive institution and a foremost citadel of excellence in technological education, tailored to meet emerging challenges of its society and the global arena. This is more so in the area of climate and space science, agriculture, engineering, and computing, and digital expertise. In FUTA, members of faculties and students are becoming increasingly relevant in the scheme of things in the global academic arena, with participation and involvement in cutting-edge research and product development. The fruits of these deliberate efforts are clearly discernible. In January 2025, a team of students from the university, under the guidance and leadership of a professor of physics of the university, Joseph Ujo, was named one of the winners of the 5th Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Geoscience and Remote Sensing Society Students Grand Challenge. The team is developing an autonomous IoT-based unmanned aerial vehicle for real-time detection and mapping of environmental hazards in remote regions. FUTA is the only university from Africa picked for the endeavor by the organizers. Another team developed a biomass cook stove integrated with thermoelectric generator technology. The product addresses rural electricity challenges by converting waste heat into electricity. The cook stove does not only ensure efficient cooking, but also provides power for charging devices and lighting, offering a sustainable solution for underserved communities. FUTA is also pulling its weight in the area of providing solutions to food security in the country. A vegetable production center is ready to guide interested farmers through the process of planting and nurturing the F1 species of bell pepper and tomatoes. In the real fact, we have actually trained so many people, and we have offered expertise to sister institutions. The advantageous features of this pepper and tomatoes include a high level of resistance to diseases, vigorous and strong plant, sweet flavor, and improved fruit size. On October 16, 2025, FUTA was selected as one of the beneficial institutions for the 2025 Special Intervention for Agri Commercial Farm via Tertiary Education Trust Fund and the approval of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We assure Mr. President of judicious use of the 1 billion naira fund, and we will continue to ensure that the intervention makes significant contributions to food security in the country. FUTA is also a beneficiary of the TEDFund Innovation and Entrepreneurship Hub, as well as the Energize Nigerian program. This solar plant will power the institution, is almost complete, and FUTA will soon begin to enjoy steady power for its various activities, especially our critical research. We thank the President for this. The implementation of the Tertiary Institution Staff Support Fund, a support loan scheme of the Federal Government of Nigeria to staff of tertiary institutions, was flagged off by the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Tuji Alausa, CON, with the formal presentation of checks to selected beneficiaries who applied for the scheme at the Federal University of Technology, Accra, also took place a few days ago. We thank the President for this initiative and for choosing our beautiful campus for the flag off. Our students have continued to benefit from the National Education Loans Fund, NELFund, another excellent initiative of the present administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We have sustained and improved on the partnership FUTA has with the industries and related research institutions and relevant organizations. Currently, a team of researchers from the university under the aegis of the Presidential Implementation Committee on Technology Transfer and Innovation and Information Exchange between the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Czech Republic is working on the development of a bioethanol plant. Another team of researchers from the university is engaged in collaboration with two private operators in the oil industry, the Green Energy International Limited and Lake Oil Joint Venture, under the aegis of the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, NCDMB, in a joint research initiative to advance hydrocarbon exploration and exploitation in the Otakibo field, Niger Delta. It is a 5-year project with staff of the university serving as the lead researchers. A number of our staff and students are benefiting from this initiative. At the international stage, one of our dons, Professor Francis Akinluyi, from the Department of Remote Sensing and GIS, is part of an extended team that has been awarded a prestigious grant by the Independent Research Fund, Denmark, for a major research project on flood awareness on the African continent. The grant is a testament to the academic excellence FUTA is known for and the immense contributions of FUTA staff to research and innovation in Nigeria and globally. Another milestone was attained in February 2025 with the grant of a patent on production of biodiesel from renewable spirogera source by the President, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, DCFR, to a research team of the university led by our own Professor Isiaka Adekunle Amao of the Department of Chemistry. The university continued to solidify our relationship with its core of alumni, both at home and in the diaspora. We believe that this would improve practical application of knowledge and a ready pool of experts with hands-on experience for staff and students. Recently, the Department of Applied Geology stepped up its collaboration with the University of Connecticut in the United States of America and leveraged on the expertise of its alumni to deepen its knowledge in the area of isotope geochemistry. The special relationship between FUTA and the University of Connecticut and other universities and institutions across the globe is a deliberate effort to enrich students' learning experience and deepen the research acumen of faculty members. Additionally, FUTA welcomed distinguished visitors from all over the world since the last convocation, and they have been engaged in symposiums, collaborative projects, and knowledge exchange initiatives, further positioning the university as a hub for global academic and research partnership. In the early days of 2025, a senior researcher and professor of physical chemistry in FUTA, Matthew Ayorinde Adebayo, became the winner of the prestigious Nigerian Academy of Science Gold Medal for 2024. Distinguished colleagues, we believe that this is Nigeria's Nobel Prize in Science, and it is won by a great Futarian. More information on the strides of the university and its undeniable position as a leading research-intensive institution can be found in the current edition of the FUTA News, which I believe has been circulated particularly to staff of the university and the pressmen. Financial prudence, strategic planning, and proactive collaborations with donor agencies, government bodies, and alumni have enabled the university to achieve remarkable milestones, even amidst national economic constraints. Transparent budgeting processes and disciplined resource management have restored confidence among stakeholders, while targeted investment in high-impact infrastructure, such as modern lecture theaters, research laboratories, administrative blocks, state-of-the-art greenhouses, and a thriving apiary have enhanced teaching, research, and operational efficiency. These initiatives not only support the university's academic and research missions, but also generate sustainable revenue streams, reflecting this administration's careful balance between welfare expenditure and long-term asset development, and underscoring its commitment to responsible stewardship and sustainable growth. At the core of every institution are its people, and this administration has made deliberate efforts to empower both staff and students. In the last 3 years, 26 professors and 46 readers have been promoted, reinforcing FUSA's culture of merit-based advancement. Early career academics have benefited from capacity building workshops, while leadership development programs have prepared emerging administrators for the demands of university governance. Our registrar and librarian served as consultants to many universities on their appointments and promotion committees. Our staff, academic and non-academic, serve as resource persons, keynote and lead speakers to many national and international conferences and workshops, while our university continues to be a hub for research activities. The Vice Chancellors of Redeemers University, Ede, and McPherson University, Ogun State, the registrars of Ekiti State University, University of Benin, and New City University, Ayeto in Ogun State, as well as the bursar of Achievers University Owo, are all from FUTA. Therefore, we can safely say that FUTA remains a key contributor to manpower development of tertiary education in Nigeria. Staff welfare has remained a priority, with initiatives aimed at improving working conditions, recognizing excellence, and encouraging productivity. On the student side, achievements have been consistently celebrated, from medals won at sports festival to patents registered in groundbreaking research, affirming this administration's belief that people are the true heartbeat of the institution. Equally significant are FUTA's strides in global partnership and collaborations, which have broadened its reach and visibility. In the last 3 years, the university has strengthened collaborations with both local and international institutions. The Ocean University of China partnership has opened opportunities for research and exchange, while FUTA's long-standing relationship with Afrigist has been deepened through joint projects, engagement with TED Fund, and other key players in Nigeria's oil and gas industries have unlocked funding support while collaborations with the University of Ilorin and other institutions within the country have provided new avenues for knowledge transfer. Beyond these formal partnerships, FUTA Alumni Network has proven to be an invaluable force. The exploits of Temidayo Oniosho, who spearheaded Nigeria's first Egusi in Space satellite mission, have projected FUTA's name into global conversation about space technology, while the donation of solar lights to students' hostel at the 1995-2001 alumni set, as well as the donation by the 95 set to the clinic just yesterday, they are reminders of the enduring loyalty of FUTA graduates. These achievements have not gone unnoticed. This administration has earned FUTA numerous recognitions, including the Academic Excellence Award conferred by the University of Ilorin, a special honor from the Deji of Akure, and a silver medal at the Nigerian Academy of Engineering Awards. FUTA students also secured first place at the intervarsity debate hosted by the University of Ilorin, while the university itself received the Presidential Patent Award for its biodiesel production technology. These recognitions demonstrate that FUTA is no longer just the hub of teaching and learning, but an institution that consistently blends academic excellence with real-world impact. Sports and innovation have also been defining features of this administration. FUTA athletes proudly represented Nigeria at the World University Games in Germany, bringing home medals in track and field, while others excelled in chess, table tennis, and at the National Sports Festival, where multiple gold medals were won. On the innovation front, the university's hubs and competitions, from tech peak to departmental challenges, have given students a platform to translate ideas into practical solutions. The result is a campus environment that not only nurtures technology, but innovators, dreamers, and problem solvers with the courage to take bold steps. Looking at the trajectory of the past 3 years, one truth becomes undeniable. FUTA has been successfully repositioned for a sustainable future. This administration has laid a foundation built on academic excellence, financial sustainability, global competitiveness, and inclusive growth. It is a future that seeks to empower staff, inspire students, strengthen communities, and further put Nigeria on the global map of innovation and research. As we have often said, the FUTA brand has moved to the next level, and we are only just beginning. With its solid track record of achievements and a clear vision for the years ahead, FUTA today stands not only as Nigeria's top university of technology, but as an emerging global model for science, innovation, and community impact. The next level is here. And under this administration, the university is already proving that its best years are still ahead. Under this administration, FUTA has strengthened its global presence through active research collaborations and international exchanges. Faculty and researchers undertook study and research visits to Spain, United Kingdom, Germany, Russia, and even other parts of Africa, enhancing their expertise and fostering cross-border knowledge sharing. In just 3 years, this administration has not only reaffirmed FUTA's status as Nigeria's premier university of technology, but has also charted a bold path towards global recognition and excellence. From remarkable expansions in academic program and postgraduate offerings to the strategic development of cutting-edge infrastructures, FUTA has demonstrated a commitment to creating an environment that fosters learning, research, innovation, and entrepreneurship. Since we came on board, about 15 new programs have been introduced in FUTA, including the architecture that we are splitting to 3 programs. This administration's prudent financial management, strategic partnerships with donor agencies, government bodies, and alumni, and deliberate investment in high-impact projects have transformed the university's physical and academic landscape. Equally important, the focus on staff empowerment, merit-based promotions, leadership development, and student support has reinforced the university's human capital, ensuring that its people remain at the core of its growth and success. Through strengthened international collaborations, active research engagements, and global alumni connections, FUTA has expanded its influence and visibility beyond national borders. Recognitions through awards, patents, and competitive achievements in sports, research, and innovations attest to the university's growing impact on society and global academic community. As FUTA continues its journey to greatness, it stands as a model of sustainable growth, academic excellence, and community engagement. With a foundation built on vision, discipline, and inclusivity, the university is poised to empower future leaders, foster innovation, and maintain its trajectory towards global prominence, proving that with this administration, the best years for FUTA are still ahead. Now let me share briefly some of the convocation programs. The Chairman Ceremonials Committee had given us a run-through of the program. I would like to invite you all to be part of all of these events. I also like to say that the convocation lecture is now embedded in the convocation ceremony because the lecture is actually for the graduates. And when we do these lectures outside of the graduates, as we used to do, many times the graduating students are not there. It is an opportunity to address them collectively for the last time, telling them what lies ahead as it is done in the international space. Convocation statistics. I'll start with the postgraduates. This year we have 627 MTech graduates, 86 PGD graduates, and 154 PhD students, all graduating, making a total of 867. We are indeed a research-intensive university. For the graduate output by class of degree this year, we have 240 first-class graduates, 1,479 second-class upper graduates, 912 second-class lower division graduating, and 116 with a third class, making a total of 2,747. If we look at this by gender, we realize that 1,954 male are graduating, while we have 793 females also graduating. 169 males are graduating with first class, 71 females are also graduating with first class. I think the output of our students are commendable. The best graduating students, Akindombi Aduragbemi Isaac, from the Department of Civil Engineering is the overall best graduating student this year with a cumulative grade point average of 4.98 over 5. He will therefore be giving the valedictory speech on behalf of his fellow graduates. We congratulate him. Conclusion. It is important at this juncture to express my deep appreciation to members of staff, academic and non-academic, of this great institution for their hard work, cooperation, and peace-building efforts, which have given us the right atmosphere to thrive. The principal officers, deans, directors, heads of departments, heads of units have been simply wonderful. Please note, your past and present support we cannot forget. You are great and specially acknowledged. I thank you deeply. I also appreciate and acknowledge the unique contributions of TED Fund, JAMB, NUC, CVCNU, all of whom have ensured that the tertiary education institutions in Nigeria are thriving. Our students have been wonderful and have always walked the way of peace and peaceful resolutions of issues. They have actually contributed significantly to ensuring that development continues to happen on our campus. Development only happens in the atmosphere of peace. I also commend our alumni for their support and general contributions to the development of the institution. The Governing Council, ably led by distinguished Senator Professor Nora Ladi-Dadut, continues to be worthy partners in progress. Let me also specially thank His Excellency, the Ondo State Governor, Dr. Lucky Ayedatiwa, for the support of his administration and the ongoing rehabilitation of the road leading to the south gate of our university. FUTA is now a key player in the global academic arena. It is living up to its billing as one of the country's leading citadels of academic excellence and destination of choice, where cutting-edge research and product development tailored to address societal needs have become a culture and the norm. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, particularly our invited pressmen, please join us as we celebrate excellence during the 36th Convocation Ceremony. I thank you.
Shall we sustain the applause for our Vice Chancellor? Vice Chancellor Ma, while you are at it, we have Dayo Johnson from the Vanguard newspaper. I think he went out. We also have Akin Badamosi, Nigerian Tribune. You are welcome. And Tony Ajuwon from The Nation. You are welcome. It's now time for question and answer. Question, okay. Please, you mention your name and the newspaper you are representing.
My name again, the first question I want to ask is, throughout your speech, you didn't mention those who will be giving 900,000 as it used to be. Are we not having anything like that this year? We want that done. Then, this question has been coming up regularly, but the rate at which students and academic staff are leaving the country, so called Japa syndrome. I don't know if it has actually affected institution, because we know that it's a lot of people will likely be pushing from Federal University of Technology because of its academic excellence. So I don't know how it affected you, or what are you doing to make sure that there's no lapses. Then the third question is about funding. Recently, you know that academic staff went on strike, although for about a week or thereabouts, they have resumed. Now, what is funding of the institution like? How are you managing the little resources, considering the fact that you also have to pay a lot of bills on electricity and water? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Adebayo Jagede from the NTA. Please, ma, I'll ask a more elaboration on the relationship with this industry. Relationship, by and large, all the training you are getting here, most will end up in this industry. What are their receptions like? What results have been gotten so far, the relationship with of the school, the students, and the industries? Or what are we expecting?
Any other?
Good morning, I'm John Edwin from Radio Nigeria, correct. My question goes thus. For the last 1 year, I want to know the innovations the university have put up to help people around its environment. You mentioned so many things that it has achieved globally. That is a plus. But what will affect the people around? Because this is the university of technology where you have to get innovations to solve solutions, things that are affecting our people. So I want to know specifically what the university is doing to help its environment. Thank you very much.
We'll take answers to these three questions.
Thank you very much. I'll take the questions in the order which they are asked. I'll start with Papa Tope Akeomu. Thank you very much for the questions. You asked first about honorary degree. We can say that this year there are no honorary degrees. Let me say that traditionally universities are not supposed to offer honorary degrees every year. It is when we find persons of great honor that we do it, and it is not yearly. You mentioned the rate people are leaving the university community. I can confirm that as Vice Chancellor, I sign letters of persons leaving, wanting to leave the university on a regular basis. So people are still living, and it is truly affecting us. But as they leave, we also think that we will continue to replace. Living can be both advantageous and it can also be something that is a disadvantage. What we have found is that some of our colleagues that have left, we still have partnership with many of them, and we still communicate. You know, the academic community is just one community, whether local or global. We are one community. So we still, in many cases, we have relationships with some of the persons that had left, and with that, we are able to strengthen research also with them. It can also be advantageous in the fact that when some people leave, some new people come in, and then we also have new ideas being injected into the system. The disadvantage, though, is that the immediate shortage of manpower that is created. But otherwise, in every system there should be a flow. It is when the rate of going out to coming in is not balanced, that is when there is actually a big problem. So we'll continue to replace as people leave. You asked about the funding challenge. Well, the challenge exists, but we believe that we can never have it 100%. We try to maximize whatever it is that we are able to get, both from appropriation by federal government and the little we are able to generate locally. We cannot put the entire pressure on the students. So in the last 2 years, we have not made any significant increment in students' fees in the last 2 years. So we are not putting our burden on our students. And that is why, if you listen carefully, I've talked about other ways by which we try to generate resources through research. When our researchers get grants, usually there is a portion of the grant, a small portion of the grant that comes to the university, and that's part of what we also pull together to support our laboratories and our activities. We also generate some money from some other things that we do. We have put up our poultry again, it's running. We are in agric, and like we said, we are producing our bell pepper, we are producing our tomatoes. We think that with the recent funding given to us by the federal government, we'll be able to do a lot more with agriculture, and hoping that we'll get a lot more to sustain our activities. Mr. Adebayo from NTA asked what our relationship with the industries are. Well, every of our students at certain time will definitely visit one industry or the other as part of the training process, every one of them. As outcome of this training, as part of the outcome of the interaction, we've had memorandum of understanding signed for us to work together with some of these industries. We try now to be part of the development of some of the industries around us. Last week I was in discussion with the wood factory, I forgot their name now, wood factory here in Ondo State. We want to concentrate our efforts first on Ondo State, like the next person's question. What can we do with our immediate community? So we are looking just around us to strengthen the industries around us. But mind you, many of our researchers serve as consultants to some of the industries around. But again, each time we talk about university-industry partnership, we also quickly remind ourselves, where are the industries now? A lot of the industries are no more. But we think that if we collaborate, we can revive some of these industries if we work together. From Radio Nigeria, you asked about innovations that are locally sustaining our community. Let me start by saying that one thing that universities are known for is to provide knowledge. So, number one, we contribute significantly to training members of the community. That is number one. And I mean the regular people coming in for undergraduate studies. The large percentage of our students are from this community. That's number one. Number two, beyond that, we realize that more than just getting the first degree certificate, people need to be developed professionally. So in the last 2 years, we have we now have the center we call Center for Professional Development that offer programs for different forms of professionals across different fields. Apart from that, you know, I said we make a lot of effort in in agriculture. We have trained a lot of local farmers on the production of bell pepper and tomatoes. We actually have trained so many persons in that regard. We have the earthquake monitoring equipment in collaboration with National Space Research and Development Agency, and we monitor and we give reports about this. So we are also contributing to ensuring the safety of Akure and Ondo State. These are things that we do remotely, and you may not know because we give our advice to the relevant agencies. We collaborate with schools around us, and this, for example, during these convocation ceremonies, as part of our efforts to developing the state, we have the program we call Career Talk. What we do during the program is to bring secondary school students to the university. Number one thing it does for them is for them to see the environment of the university, and it inspires them. Number two is we then tell them about the different career paths available. For many of these students, they think that only doctors, nurses, pharmacists, that they are the only professionals. But when we bring them, we talk to them about courses that they may not even know about. For example, we talk to them about forestry and wood technology. And we let them know the significance of wood, even in the Nigeria of today. And with that, many people are changing their thinking. Now we have newer courses. We are into fintech. We are about one of the few universities offering fintech as a program. We are one of the few offering procurement and what do we call value chain technology. We are one of the few offering entrepreneurship technology. So these are all new innovations that we are offering the community, apart from the many more things that we can talk about. But we truly are partnering with the community. We have the community in our mind to also address the challenge of people who may not also be able to gain admission to the university. Remember, we have our pre-degree school. And one of the things we have done in the last 2 years is to also help people who may not have their 5O level credits complete. And we do not want them to just be going about the streets, loitering about and becoming a nuisance to the community. So one of the things we have done is to say, okay, come in, while you run the pre-degree program, also go and remedy whatever it is, your English or your mathematics that is not your core subject. So as they are doing that, they are trying to remedy this other one, and then they can get into the university. It's also an attempt to ensure that we have a safe community through the things that we know best to do. Thank you. I hope I addressed the question.
Is that all? Two more. The last two, please.
Okay, my name is Joy Pius from OSRC. We observed that most times, most projects embarked upon by students in schools mostly end in the school environment. So I want to ask, are there any programs or resources available to support students even after school, that projects that they embarked upon are being built upon to assist the masses?
Okay.
Thank you. My name is Tosin Ajumo. I write for the Nation newspaper. I want to ask, can you give us total number of students that have benefited from this Netfund fund?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bossa, you must know the total number of, or approximate number of students that, so write it on a piece of paper. I will help you to, I will amplify your writing. It's just approximate. If you want the exact figure, we'll have to go in the books. But we know that our students, please let me say this, talking about NEL fund. The level of awareness by the students is quite low. We are trying to get them to be aware of it. And then the disposition, also, a lot of people think that why should they go to school on credit? So many people do not want to take the loan. So if the number is not huge, it's not necessarily because government is failing. It is because many people are not applying. As we speak, the bursar says we have over 3,000 students benefiting from the NEL fund loan scheme. Yes. Over 3,000 touch out. So when the library wants to shut down, they don't need to be thinking, is there anybody still in the library? You know, in those days, they will have to go from room to room, checking if there are people in the library. But now, please, 1 minute. The products was developed by students. So, and when we talk about these products, we talk about high-tech products. Also, I think one of the things we should be doing, PRO, is that anytime we are doing our entrepreneurship exhibition, please let us also invite the press so that they will come and see some of the things that our students have done. For example, we train people to repair refrigerators, and when they do exhibition, part of what they must provide is the list of places where they have provided services. So we can actually confirm with the people. This person says, now he knows about refrigeration, he knows about this one, he has offered services to you. Tell us about the quality of service. As we speak now, one of the things that our naturally they train them just theoretically, but our School of Engineering grants also available with our Center for Entrepreneurship. It was donated by a group of persons to support innovations during the Entrepreneurship Week, and we've been giving it to students, times up to 1 million, at times 5 million, depending on the need of the students. Thank you very much.
Another round of applause for our Vice Chancellor and members of the 4th Estate of the Ring. Right now, let me invite Director, Corporate Communications and Protocol, Mr. Adekwenra Debanjo, for the vote of thanks.
On behalf of our Vice Chancellor, I'd like to express our deep appreciation to our colleagues from the media. Madam Vice Chancellor, again, I attest to the professionalism of my colleagues in Ondo State. Madam Vice Chancellor would always say that FUTA students are the best. Let me say without any equivocation that journalists in Ondo State are the best. They report us professionally and are deeply rooted in the ethics of the profession. So on behalf of our Vice Chancellor, I'd like to thank you for all you do for our institution and for our principal officers. So many contradictions. So I want to express appreciation to the Vice Chancellor for coming to address us, to all the principal officers, including the Deputy Vice Chancellors,
the registrar, the bursar, and the librarian. I say thank you all. And also all the professors who are here. I want to express appreciation to all directors and particularly members of the ceremonial committee under the redoubtable leadership of Professor Ade Parusi. They have been doing a yeoman's job to ensure that all runs smoothly. And I'm not a pastor, but I believe that by the grace of God, this year's edition will surpass that of last year in Jesus' name. So join us in all these programs and celebrate with us. Thank you and God bless you. Hey, I made a major mistake. I'd like to also express appreciation to the person the Vice Chancellor usually refers to as His Excellency, the President of the Student Union. I thank you also.
Thank you very much. Shall we rise as we take first the Futa anthem and then the national anthem. Thereafter, there will be group photograph outside. Group photograph outside, principal officers, chairman, ceremonials, and the deans. And please don't forget, join us at the mosque by 2:30 p.m. later today for the Juma prayers. Thank you very much. Once again, you are welcome. Daddy, hey, you said